my friends, how are you guys doing today? Welcome back. Thanks for stopping in. I am so glad you're here. I hope wherever you're at, whatever you're doing, you're loving yourself and you're loving the ones you're with. Guys, today we are talking about a movie from 2025, just came out this year. I rented it based off of a recommendation from a friend of mine. This is called Jimmy and Stiggs, directed by Joe Begos. Now, before we get into this, hit that like and subscribe button because this is this is a very independent horror film. Now, Joe Begos, he directed Christmas, Bloody Christmas, I think. The one where the Santa Claus is the robot. He's like the animatronic Santa Claus that gets reprogrammed and kills people. Same guy directed it, right? He directed this. Now, this is, if you're going to make an independent horror film, and you're going to, you're trying to make it cheaply, but you're also trying to give it something special, make it stand out in a sea of cheaply made crap, this would be the way to go about it. Now, I liked the Santa Claus movie with the killer Santa robot. That was cool. I enjoyed it. I watched it Christmas last year before, something like that. It was fun. Like, it wasn't the greatest movie, but it was fun. This, I like what he was doing, but I didn't like the movie itself. It felt too frenetic for me. It felt like it was all over the place. The writing was very juvenile, very unintelligent. And I get that it's supposed to be because the dudes are drunks and stoners and all that. And I get that their dialogue is supposed to be a lot of the F word and making stupid decisions and things like that. But it felt like I was watching Rob Zombie on an acid trip with the band members from Black Label Society. That's what it felt like. So basically we got Jimmy, stoner, burnout, filmmaker. He's in his apartment. Aliens invade his apartment. They put something in his teeth. He calls his friend Stiggs, who's like, yeah, we ain't talked. I'm off the wagon. Stiggs comes over, gets back on the wagon. They go on this drug and alcohol-fueled assassination of alien entities. And for the most part, I enjoyed what I was seeing because I thought to myself, I could make this with like $5 and some spray paint. I could make this movie. It wasn't hard. The aliens, they're just little blow-up people that they put a lot of effort into, like blow-up dolls, you know what I mean? That they put a lot of effort into making up to look like aliens, and then they would just, like, somebody was off camera just throwing it across the screen, and they would just tape them to their back and run around. I mean, it was very, very, very low budget. You could tell, but at the same time, everything was shot in blacklight. Everything was shot in neon. So it was like watching a Joel Schumacher Batman almost. Hey, Schumachered it up, dude. And it's like, but what turned me off was all the, like blood that looked like lava from a lava lamp. The alien blood, okay. That's cool, because maybe that's how alien blood's supposed to look. It's his movie. He's the director. He tells me what the alien blood's supposed to look like. But when you get to cutting off people's appendages, and it looks like that because of the black light and all that, it's just hard to believe. But at the same time, I still appreciate it for what he was going for. Like, I appreciated that independent guerrilla filmmaking approach that he went with. There was a lot of different, like, camera angles. Like, there was the first-person view. There was a lot of, like, fish goggle, like, fisheye lens kind of stuff. They used unique camera work. They had interesting special effects, even though they weren't for me necessarily. But my main complaint was just the frenetic energy of the film. It was just balls to the wall for 90 minutes or whatever, or an hour and 29 minutes. And it was so, I don't know, man. I really don't know how to explain it because I liked what I saw, but I didn't like the movie. And I don't really know how to put that into words for you guys. And I'm trying to tell you, the special effects they're cheap. They're ugly. the movie itself is cheap and it's ugly and they use ugly filters on things and all that, but at the same time, it has just a charm. It has a little razzle-dazzle, some pizzazz that made me keep watching it, even though I was going, this is the most absurd freaking thing I've seen in a long time. This felt like a trauma film. It felt like Toxic Avenger was going to come in there at any moment, or Sergeant Kabuki, maybe the Killer Condom was going to come in and take out the aliens. I didn't know, but it was just so weird and so all over the place that it just, I liked it, but I didn't like it. I don't know, guys. I don't know how to put it. If you guys want to check it out, I rented it on Prime Video. You know, if you want to check it out, great. If you want to wait for a streamer, I also completely understand that too. If you've seen Jimmy and Stiggs, let me know in the comments what you thought about it. And if you feel the same way I feel, or if you can point out other aspects of it that I didn't notice that would make me like it or dislike it more, just let me know, guys. That's what this is about. Let's have a conversation about it. But yeah, Jimmy and Stiggs, interesting, not great. That's it, guys. Thank you so much for hanging out with me and watching the review. Hit that like and subscribe button on the way out. And as always, I'm going to keep making them as long as you keep watching them. Peace out. God bless you, my friends. I'll see you soon.